Hello, I'm Azai. Welcome back. Well, is it okay for me to say that welcome back because technically this is still 9-9? I guess I could say welcome back to 9-9. This time though, it's I'm gonna say chapter 2, you know? In each of these games progression, I'm gonna say chapter instead of episode because I usually reference episodes when I talk. I'm actually talking about the episode that I make these recording sessions. So I think it's better for me to actually say chapter when it comes to the different games that this game has to offer, right? But yeah, as I said, I'm Azai. I just came back from the gym and I got some snacks. Got myself some blueberry jam bread, and that was pretty delicious. And yeah, here I am back with some more 9-9, or wanting to record some more 9-9. So I got really curious and I took a look at the voice actress for Sora, and I was seeing a lot of like visual novels that this girl voiced, and a lot of them are stuff that I haven't really played. But yeah, there was no way I was not able to recognize the fact that this is Fia. The fact that I've been playing Amayui Castle Maester for the past, I don't know, 100 plus hours and not being able to distinguish this girl's voice actor, that would have damaged my pride to some degree. But yeah, safe to say that this is Fia's voice actor. So yeah, I just edited out, or not edited out, off camera I just went to the config settings for you guys. So you guys didn't really miss much. I just made the game full screen, made it so that when I click, the voices don't really cut off. Oops, sorry about that. I muted the mic by accident. But what I don't think I did was actually see if... Okay, Kakeru Niimi's voice is on. H scene male voice, there we go. That's the thing that I forgot to turn on. But yeah, let me do the last episode recap, I guess. Oh wow, we got new... We're getting to see new characters here if you take a look. We're gonna see this ghost girl and also this commander guy. But yeah, let me just do the last episode recap real quick. Just gonna be a pretty like quick one, because recapping the whole like first chapter of the game would be, you know, a bit cumbersome and a bit too time consuming, I guess. But yeah, on the last episode we got to the end of chapter 1 for 9-9, which is Kujo's arc. It ended off pretty... I'd say it's a pretty solid game. The only thing I didn't like about it was the fact that they presented a problem and they, you know, they kind of slide over it to drag out the problem, right? I have a feeling it's gonna become a problem in the future, but if they just show us and then maybe it's not gonna be a problem in the future, I would let it slide. The problem with me is that I'm the type of person, if I don't notice a problem, like I wouldn't care about stuff that that's happening. But if I notice a problem, like I instantly want to try to get rid of the problem in the root core, or you know, at the core of the issue, right? So it always bothered me the fact that they just thought of it as it's a non-issue because in this route the problem didn't really become apparent. But yeah, in the last episode we didn't really find out who the hell the evil eye user was. There was a guy who killed himself that was supposed to be the evil eye user, but I'm very skeptical about it. And this part of the game is probably gonna be Kakeru getting closer to Sora instead of Kujo, because as you can see from the title screen, it's episode 2, Sora Niimi. I have a big feeling, or I have a strong feeling that we're gonna have to go back to Kujo at some point. But this is gonna be interesting, since if this is going to be like Sora as the main heroine of this chapter? Like, are we really gonna bang our sister? I don't think I don't think we're step siblings. I guess we'll see. I gave the first game a solid 8, by the way. Turn on protagonist voice. Yes, I will. Also, it seems that this game is gonna have an anime in 2025. So really big coincidence. I'm pretty hyped up for that. I'm probably gonna be done with this game in about 2 months or so. So it'd be nice to see if if the anime can live up to the expectations that the visual novel has. Usually animations are always bad. You know, anime of a visual novel is always bad because they kind of rush through things. But I wouldn't mind. The animation is always good, right? Not as in the story, but the animation as in the characters moving around and whatnot. Everyone has a few memories they hold especially dear. Things they can't forget. Things they mustn't forget. It goes without saying, but I have some too. Or at least I should have. And yet, they seem to have vanished. Why that is, I cannot say. But they've been scrubbed from my mind so thoroughly that I cannot begin to guess at what they may have been. All that remains is an incredible sense of unease. Wait, so was that Sora's monologue? I thought that was Kakeru's. I'm just gonna say this straight out, I'm gonna be very biased in this chapter, guys. I love Fia's voice actor. So, I have a feeling I'm gonna love this chapter a lot. So remember as in Sora's gonna remember something, but I don't know what. 421, so this is about after we saw the cosplay stuff and the fact that we know about the evil eye user, but I guess we're not gonna get together with Kujo. So I believe this is probably somewhere after the scene where the pyromaniac happened, right? The timeline is kind of messy in my mind because I don't really keep a good memory about the dates and whatnot, but I assume this is gonna be at that point. Scarcely half a month has passed since the new term began, and I became a second year. Wait, what? Is this like another year after the event? I thought Sora was supposed to be a first grader. And yet this has been perhaps the most eventful 15 days of my entire life. It all started at the festival. No, maybe she is a second year and we're actually third years. A while back, there was this anime called Mobius Ring, the cycle of reincarnation. The text is actually a bit fast. Let me actually make this into like 75. That's actually pretty fast. I don't like how fast it goes. Let's change the window type, guys. I think we went with number 1 before, so let's go to number 2. The town I live in, Shiro Mitsugawa, helped sponsor it as a way of promoting tourism to the area. The show had some convoluted plot based off of local folklore. It left a big impression on a small group of dedicated fans. But most people regarded it as one of those oddball shows that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Though it went down in anime history as a complete failure, it's unclear whether the bigwigs behind the regional sponsorship deal are clueless to that fact, or simply are unwilling to admit it. It's been 2 years since the anime aired. And so, we had the second annual Mobius Festival, a ham-fisted attempt to get some mileage out of the anime despite the local residents' overwhelming opposition to going through the cringe-worthy event a second time. Unfortunately, an earthquake happened right as things were getting started, putting an abrupt end to the festivities. To make matters worse, the earthquake shattered the namesake treasure of the Shrine of the White Viper's relic, a location featured prominently in the anime, and also site of the festival. I thought it was the white snake before. I mean, I don't really mind, like snake and viper basically means the same thing for me, but you know, I kind of want them to be consistent. Though, if it is actually viper in the previous game, excuse me for misremembering. As a result, a gate opened between our world and a parallel dimension. It's been exactly a week since I played the game, by the way, because I went to the Vietnam trip. I wish I was joking, but no, that really happened. After that, we found a statue that turned out to be a petrified human. That was the start of my surreal half-month. The next major incident was when one of the students from my school, Hakusen Academy, set the building ablaze using some strange power. During the fray, my class— oh, this is me. This is Kakeru. I thought we were still, monologuing Sora. My classmate Miyako Kujo used some kind of superpower to extinguish the source of the flames. And if that all wasn't crazy enough, one of the residents of this parallel world, Sophie, showed up at my house. After seeing so many crazy things, all I could do was believe the story she told me. It appeared all of these incidents had been caused by powerful objects known as artifacts. They spilled into our world from Sophie's, but they looked like ordinary jewelry. They grant their wielders immense power, but are also liable to drive them insane. Not even Sophie knows how many artifacts have found their way to our world. We still haven't caught the murderer behind the petrification incidents, and there's a real possibility that other malicious users with no reservations about using their power might pop up. If that happens, there'll be even more innocent victims. Worse, if other villains appear, they might spur the user of the evil eye to commit even greater atrocities. I've teamed up with Kujo to catch the culprit, and our first course of action has been to look for trustworthy users to win over to our cause. Pretty wild story, right? It was just yesterday that I tried to show off to Kujo by offering my assistance. Seriously, the whole thing's so crazy it feels like it came right out of an anime. If this were a TV show, Kujo would be the main character, and I'd be the sidekick. Technically, I have an artifact as well, but I have no idea what it does or how to use it. In fact, I didn't even know I had one until Sophie told me. Theoretically, I should have an accessory of some kind too, but I haven't been able to find anything like that on my person. At any rate, I'm pretty much useless. Kujo's power, stealing an object and making it so its former owner doesn't even remember that it was theirs, is amazing. I can't do anything like that. Frankly speaking, I'm not sure I'll be any help at all. So I wondered, what can I even do? How can I help? That's why right now I'm looking for new comrades. I'm not prepared for this crazy life I've been thrust into, but I know the world's not going to wait for me. So I assume this is actually the part where in the Kujo route, Sora told us that she was an artifact user and we joined up. So maybe this is the part where Sora haven't told us yet. The fact that she's an artifact user. We stand and bow, signaling the end of homeroom. She picks up her logbook and leaves the classroom. Now then. Let me bump the voice a tiny bit, guys, or the game in general, I guess. My friend Yoichi walks over and drops his bag on my desk. The two of us then head to the corner of the classroom where the supply closet is, pick up our brooms and walk out into the hallway.
めんどくさー。業者入れればいいのにね。
本当にな。
掃除のたびにこれ言ってる気がする。
実際めんどいしな。
さようなら。またね。
ああ、また。
バイバイ。
I stammer out a reply as Kujo walks past us through the hallway. Yoichi waves for a few seconds, then turns to me with a cold stare.
なんだよ。
急に仲良くなってんだよな。昨日も二人で突っ込んでいったし。
So this is exactly just right after the pyromaniac incident. Alright.
昨日？ああ。
Hard to believe that whole thing with the fire was just a day ago. When it ended, the fire disappeared as quickly as it came, leaving the firefighters flummoxed. Flummoxed? What the fuck is that word, bro? Why can't you just say confused or something? I assume that's what that means, but flummoxed? What? I've never seen that word in my whole entire life. Chances are, a good chunk of the school saw me and Kujo dashing into the heart of the fire just before it vanished. Guess I shouldn't be surprised there are rumors spreading about us now. Oh, this also explains all the weird stares I've been getting in class. That said, it seems like most of them don't have a bad impression of me, at least.
二人だけ呼び出されてたよね。先生に怒られた？
めっちゃ怒られた。死んだらどうすんだって。
Wow, that was actually faster than I thought you'd Kakeru, that whole thing, that whole sentence is just like, what, 5 words?
妹いるんだよね、1年に。ソラちゃんだっけ？
そう。天って書いて空。
妹を助けるために火の海に飛び込んだわけだ。かっこいいね。そういうところにグッときちゃったのかな、九条さん。
なんだよ、グッドって。
いやだから、勘ぐってるわけですよ、みんな。
みんな？
そう、みんな。
別に、あれだよ。俺一人暮らしだろ？うん。よくナインボールに飯食べに行くから。
ああ、九条さんがバイトしてるお店ね。うん。
それつながりだよ、それだけ。別に何もない。
ストーキングを続けた結果、仲良くなれたと。
ストーキングとか言うな。ナインボールに通ってたのは偶然だ、偶然。九条は関係ない。
ふーん。
信じてないだろ。
まあ、そういうことにしておいてあげようじゃないか。
くそ。
Yoichi smirks. You know, it'd be pretty interesting if Yoichi is actually the evil eye user, but I highly doubt it. Usually these kind of like archetypes are the idiotic best friend. So usually these guys are more for comedic relief. But if they are going to change, you know, the archetypes and make Yoichi into the villain, that would be a pretty interesting twist. Because remember, in the first game, I did kinda was skeptical about the fact that he was listening on us when we were trying to make Kujo train her powers. Honestly, I didn't even realize that it was Kujo working as a waitress at 9 Ball until recently. Like, I knew Kujo from class, but I hadn't connected her with a cute part-timer at the restaurant at all. The only reason we're talking more now is that I've gotten wrapped up in this whole thing with the artifacts. But it's not like I can tell Yoichi that. He'll think I'm insane.
そういえばさ、話変わるけど。
なんだよ。
昨日の火事で一気に持ってかれちゃったけど、あの石像の女の子。
So yeah, this is before the second victim was even shown.
人間だったんでしょ？ただの石像じゃなくて。
So in this whole timeline, the second victim might not even become the second victim, you know? We'll see.
ネットニュースでも断言はしてなかったが、ほぼそれで確定みたいな書き方してたな。
人が石になるってどんな病気？怖いよね。
病気ね。だといいんだが。
あれ？もしかして信じてる口？ ネットで流れてる化け物がどうとかいう噂。
病気より化け物の方がなんとかなる気しないか？
怖いよ。あ、でもウイルスは目に見えないもんね。化け物なら見たら逃げられるけど。
逃げる暇があればいいけどな。
やだな、もう怖いな。
掃除しようぜ。
はいはい。
Yeah, if Yoichi is actually the evil eye user, he'd be a pretty psychotic person. Like, there's no indication of him actually acting, like, suspicious, even after we saw the stone girl. The pair of girls on duty give us pointed stares, reminding us of our unfinished task. A monster, huh? I guess in a way you could call this the work of a monster. They're a villain using the power of an artifact to commit murder. I need to hurry and find some allies. Right now, we've only got me and Kujo. Actually, since I can't do anything, for all intents and purposes, it's Kujo fighting alone. This monster is too much for her to handle by herself. Once we finish cleaning, I head straight home. Not much happened today. The only times I talked to Kujo were a quick good morning and then that farewell after school. We didn't talk at all about the artifacts or about how we're going to look for comrades. Though I guess it's not exactly the kind of thing we can talk about at school to begin with. What's our next move? We only just started, but I feel like we've already stalled out. I pull out my smartphone and flop down on the floor. I have Kujo's number now, so I should just consult her if I'm at a loss. But I don't have any female friends, so I always feel awkward when talking to a girl. Man, I'm pathetic. You kinda are a Kakeru. Whether it's a guy or a girl, I don't really, change the way I talk. A noise from the front door brings me to my feet. Maybe it's Kujo. Nah, no way. So it can only be... The door creaks open, and as I suspected, my sister pops her head in. Our eyes meet. For some reason, she winks at me, then wriggles her way in through the half-open door. She's not gonna say anything? She then softly shuts the door behind her and tiptoes toward my bed. What does she think she's doing? We locked eyes, didn't we? I know you're here, Sora. She shrugs off her bag and falls into my mattress. Damn brat, acting like she owns the place. I can't believe she's just ignoring me like this.
Oi. Oi. 無視すんなおい。
Sora glances at me, then looks away, and then she looks back at me in utter shock. Wait, what? Oh, she's using her artifact! Wait, did she? No, that doesn't make sense. She can only use the artifact on herself, right? Oh, no. She was trying to use the artifact to see if it would work on us. I see. That's how it is, I see. Wow, she did a double take. Pretty sure she's not faking it. What's she so surprised for? She barged in here in broad daylight. Did she really think I wasn't gonna notice? Surely she's not that dumb.
いや、
なんでじゃねえよ。何勝手にお邪魔しますも言わずに入ってきてんだよ。てか何人のベッドで普通にくつろいでんだよ。
だって見えてる？私のこと。
は？何その質問？は？
ちょっと待って、やり直しさせて。
何のだよ、帰れよ。
ちょっと待って、もう一回チャンスちょうだい、もう一回。
Man, I can hear Fia so much in this girl now that I feel like I'm gonna be super biased in whatever she's doing, that I might turn a blind eye to the whole, to something that she might fuck up. I'm kind of afraid of that. Because in Kujo's, arc, I feel like I'm pretty objective throughout most of the, chapter. But because I feel like I like Sora a lot more just because of the voice actress, I'm gonna be, you know, like I said, turning a blind eye more. We'll see. She rushes out of the room, not bothering to shut the door behind her. A few seconds later, Sora pokes her head through the tiny gap in the door once again. Like before, she slowly tiptoes her way over to my bed.
いやもういいよ。さっきから何してんだよお前。
なんでニーニに私が見えてんの？
だから何なんだよ。そりゃ見えるだろ。
見えるはずないの。
え、何？死んだの？例なの？
違くて。くそ。お父さんとお母さんには聞いたのに。
Grumbling to herself, Sora plunks down on my bed. Honestly, what the hell is she talking about? Though there's something nagging me about what she said. How can you see me? It works so well on mom and dad too. Don't tell me she...
超能力に目覚めたとか言わないだろうな。
She gives me a triumphant grin. They definitely like have a lot more sprite variants on Sora in this chapter. I guess because this is her chapter, like I'm enjoying this a lot more. She definitely doesn't have this sort of grin, I believe, in the first game. Holy shit, I was right.
あ、こいつバカだとか思ってます？いいんです。そんなこと思っちゃって後で恥かくことになりますよ。
My friend doesn't like Sora, by the way. He finds her annoying. But I don't know, I kind of like this sort of, not really girl, this sort of personality I kind of like. The personality that would poke fun at you. Means that they're, you know, genuine.
なんか拾ったか。アクセサリーみたいな小物。
え？
拾ったのか？
え、拾ったっていうか、まあ、うん。
気づいたらそばにあったりするか？ポケットに入ってたりとか。
ああ、うん。え、なんで知ってるの？
マジかよ。
え、なに？
まさかお前がアーティファクトユーザーになるなんて。
え、怖い。急に中二なこと言い出した。怖い。何？
アーティファクトだ。お前が拾ったアクセサリー。
はあ。あれ？なんでそんな詳しい感じなの？
Sighing, I pick up my smartphone. Okay, time to get over my embarrassment with talking to girls. Kujo needs to know about this.
ちょっと無視しないでよ。もっとこうさ、ニーニにバカにされるの想定してたんだけど、なんであっさり信じてるの？私びっくり。
お前に紹介したい人がいる。
ちょっと待ってって。ニーニが私をポカンとさせるのは想定外だから、ついていけてないから、まず私の話を聞け。
後でたっぷり聞いてやるよ。
I start up my chat application, and then I fire off a message to Kujo. I found us a comrade. I take Sora with me to Nine Ball, where we all plan to meet. Kujo didn't have a shift today, so it seems she was already halfway home from school and is doubling back to meet us. I hope we don't go too loud this time and, you know, make Noah notice us. I feel kind of bad for making her do that, but this isn't something we should put off.
環境設定だよ。
Let me check just in case.
サウンド
Noah is
設定
still
だよ。
Noah is still in this game, right?
ボイス音量の設定だよ。
Yeah, Noah is still here. So, the girls in the very top, like, you know, the 4 girls here are definitely the main girls. I still am suspicious of Satsuki, though. Yeah, I'm pretty suspicious of you, Miss Naruse.
ねえ、誰？紹介したい人って。っていうか何なの？ニーニが妙に真剣で怖いんだけど。
もうちょっとだけ待ってろ。ちゃんと話すから。
I do my best to placate. That's how you say that, right? Placate? That's actually a word that I know. was still a little miffed she didn't get to surprise me like she wanted, and opened the door. The bell on the door rings as we step inside. A waiter immediately walks up to us. He asks if we want a table for two, and I give him a non-committal reply as I scan the tables. Looks like Kujo's not here yet. I tell the waiter there's just the two of us, and he takes us to a table. I dither over whether we should sit next to each other, but in the end, I decide it doesn't matter. We take our seats across from each other.
意味わからん。いいやんのおごりね。
いいぞ、好きなの頼め。
マジ？どうしよっかな。もうすぐご飯だしな。
あ、すみません。コーラ2つください。
As our waiter brings over a couple of glasses of water, I hurriedly place an order. While Sora is still stunned, the waiter nods and walks off.
好きなのって言ったじゃん。
俺のな。
くそ兄貴め。
嫌なら交換してやるから。
2つともコーラじゃねえか。
Sora snaps her menu closed and shoves it back into its holder. She then heaves an exaggerated sigh. I feel like if I was a older brother, I would probably dot on my little sister quite a bit. Probably not so much so on the little brother. I probably tried to be a bit more stricter to a little brother. But if I had a little sister like Sora, I'd probably dot her more. That's how you say that word, right? You can use it like that, right? Dot on her more.
ねえ、いつ来るの？紹介したい人は。
今着いたってさ。
I look down at the message Kujo sent me and type back. Gotcha. We're sitting over by the wall. Kujo walks through the door the moment I turn around. Our eyes meet and she heads to our table with a smile.
ごめんなさい。お待たせしました。
Is this a new BGM? Huh.
いや、こっちこそ急に呼んでごめん。
あれ、この人。
そら、こっち来い。
あ、
Sora gets up and moves to the seat next to me. Kujo then takes a seat Sora vacated.
コロナグループのだよね。フェスの時コスプレしてた。そっか。フェスにいたもんね。昨日も会ってるけど。昨日。ニーニと一緒に助けに来てくれた。改めまして、九条美也子です。はい。ニーニの妹のソラです。
The two of them bow awkwardly to each other. Sora can be pretty cheeky when she's with me, but she's shy around strangers. It's no surprise she's nervous. Just then, our sodas arrive, providing a break in the conversation. Kujo places an order while Sora sips her soda to calm her nerves. After the waiter leaves, Sora bows to Kujo again.
昨日はすみません。火事でめちゃくちゃ動転しておりまして、ろくにお礼も言えず。いえいえ、私は何もしてないから、お礼なら新見くんに。
火を消したのは九条だろ。
でも、新見くんがいなかったら、とてもできなかったから。あれは新見くんのおかげ。
いや、それは。まあいいや。そら。
はい。
そろそろ話が見えてきたんじゃないか。
いや、全然わかんねえな。
She's kinda slow in the uptake, huh? Though considering how crazy the truth is, I can't really fault her for not guessing. It took me some time to come to grips with it too.
仲間ってソラちゃんのことだよね。
話を聞く限りそうみたいだ。
まさかこんな身近にユーザーがいたなんて。当てた。またユーザー？それ何？二人の造語？それとも世界共通の言葉？
わかった、説明する。九条、頼んでいいか？
Kujo's iced tea arrives. She pushes it away a bit without taking a sip and starts explaining. Just like she did for me, she takes her time, covering it all from beginning to end. She goes over artifacts and users, and explains how the terms are all borrowed from Mobius Ring, the cycle of reincarnation. She then goes over how these artifacts came from a different world and aren't supposed to exist in ours. Next, she tells how all of these events match up with the plot of the Mobius Ring anime. She goes on to explain how there are multiple artifact users around, and that the petrification incident, as well as the fire, were both the work of users. She finishes by stating that she herself is one such user, and that she too has awoken to strange new powers. Sora's mouth hangs open in shock.
Wow.
And then, not a word more. She must be shook.
私のアーティファクトはこれ。
Kujo fishes around in the pocket of her sweater and takes out a hair clip. We actually never saw Sora's artifact, true. She hesitantly puts it on the table.
能力は他人の所有物を奪うこと。奪う。
Wait! You guys remember the very beginning of the game, right? About when we picked that remember thing. I wonder if Sora's memories got taken by Kujo or something. That's interesting.
実演したいけど、ここではごめんね。
We'll see. Kujo puts the hair clip away with a pained smile. Kujo has a strong sense of justice, so she's rather concerned about her ability being the power to steal. She started to see her ability in a more positive light when she learned that she could steal others' artifacts, giving her the strength to face down criminals like the villain behind the petrification incident. But even so, she's still having trouble completely accepting her powers.
はあ、なるほど。やっと分かってきた。あの地震でっていうか、神社の宝物が壊れて超能力者が出現したってことね、この町に。うん、そういう解釈でいいと思う。すっげえ、前に見た海外ドラマみたい。すっげえ。
She never even tell us what the name of the drama was.
ソラちゃんもアーティファクトを持ってるんだよね。あ、はい。私のは。あ、待って。
Kujo gently cuts off Sora when she starts digging through her bag.
出さなくていいよ。大丈夫。でもさっき見せてもらったし。私みたいに奪える人がいるかもしれないから、自衛のために隠しておいた方がいいと思う。なるほど。
Nodding, Sora closes her bag. Kujo makes a good point. Why didn't you show hers then? I hadn't even considered that there might be others out there with similar powers. But now that she's brought up the possibility, I can see where it's a bad idea to just go around flaunting your artifact.
能力だけ聞いてもいいかな。あ、聞きますか。ついに聞いちゃいますか。
なんで見えるのとか言ってたよな。透明にでもなれるのか？
近い。すごく近い。近い。どんな能力なの？気配を殺せる。気配を殺せます。おい、顔に出てんとしょぼって思ったでしょ。思ってるでしょ。いや
ー、なんかピンとこなかった。
だから気配を殺すんですよ。気配を殺して存在感が薄くなることによって実質透明人間になれるんですよ。実際に姿は消えないってこと？消えない。でも気配がないから認識できないんすよ。ゼロだから。存在感皆無の空気だから。
もしかして俺ん家に来た時能力使ってた？
はい。
いや、めっちゃ見えてたけど。
だから本当は見えないはずだったの。なぜかニーヤに聞かなかったの。
Just means that, I don't know, maybe I know you too much, Sora. Or, you know, my focus on Sora is way too high, that she might not even be able to erase her presence when it comes to us. Well, maybe if we never really saw where she was coming from, she would have been able to do so, but definitely not if we see her first.
ちょっとやってみろよ。今ここで。
いいよ、やってやんよ。あ、でもスティグマ出たら。ん？スティ何？ なんだろう、モーションみたいな。力使った時体に出ない？出るの？そんなの。そのはずなんだけど。
アーティファクトって手に入れたら使い方とかその他諸々がわかるんじゃないのか？
Oh yeah, in the last chapter, we also saw that the stigma for Cujo was getting bigger. That must mean that the power is getting stronger, right?
個人差があったりするのかな。新見くんのアーティファクトも何も教えてくれなかったみたいだし。新見くん？新見も超能力使えるの？
使えん。俺もユーザーらしいけど使えん。アーティファクトもどこにあるかわからん。
どういうことなのかな？
不明だ、不明、全部。
ただの嘘つきじゃねえか。
うるせえな。それも後で説明するから、今は見せろよ、お前の力を。
お、いいぜ、やってやんよ。
She pushes up her sleeves, though they fall back down right away, and frowns slightly as she starts concentrating. Let's see what you can do. A great and powerful sister of mine. Isn't there supposed to be of there?
Eh? まだ？
もう使ってますけど。これはあれかな。二人とも見えてるパターンかな。
がっつり見えてるな。存在感バリバリだな。
Sora's head crashes down onto the table. She seems pretty shocked, but at least she still has the presence of mind to move her sword out of the way, so she doesn't knock it over.
なんてた。能力使って部屋に忍び込んだのにニーミ普通に気がつくし、なんで聞かないんだ。
本当に使えるんですか？
気の毒そうに言うのやめろ。使えるから、本当にマジで。でもフォローしようとしてやっぱり言葉が見つからなかった感出すのもうやめて。なんなのもう。でもソラちゃん、こんなに大声で話してるけど。ほらねえ、周りの人全然気にしてないでしょねえ。
まあ確かに。
There's a group of girls sitting at the table by the window, and a girl in a Kuho Girls Academy uniform sitting in the corner eating a parfait. Oh, that's gotta be Noah again. But none of them are staring at us. For that matter, even the staff isn't looking our way. It honestly seems like no one's even noticed Sora's shouting. Flaky as she seems, Sora's not the type to lie about things like this. And our earlier conversation practically confirmed that she's a user, but...
やっぱピンとこねえな。
もうなんなんだよ。一番理解させたい人に効果出ないとか、なんか条件あるのかな。
アーティファクトは教えてくれなかったのか？
教えてくれないよ、そんなの。なんとなく使ってるよ。そうなっちゃうよね。私も手探りで条件を調べてみたし。
俺みたいに何も教えてくれないケースもあるし、本当に個人差があるのかもな。
そうなのかも。とにかく能力の使用に制限や条件があるのは間違いないと思うから、多分今は満たせていないんだろうね、私たちに。そう、気を使えないニーニが悪い。
なんでだよ。そこはお前の方で整えておけよ。
まだ力の使い方よくわかんないんだから仕方ないでしょ。何にもできないニーヤンよりマシだよ。
お、なんだ、やるか？
おお、いいぞこら、やったら。ソラちゃん、今は使ってないよね。他のお客さんに迷惑になっちゃうから。すみません。
Sora meekly backs off. We joke around like this all the time, but I think Cujo believed we were seriously arguing with each other. Her gaze flits back and forth between us as she tries to think of another topic to lighten the mood. After a few seconds, she turns to Sora with an apologetic smile.
そういえばごめんね。私、慣れ慣れしくソラちゃんって呼んじゃってて。いいっすいいっす。それしか呼び方ないだろうし。私は 下の名前みやこでしたっけ？そう九条みやこ。じゃあみやこ先輩って呼ばせてください。これからよろしくね、ソラちゃん。よろしくっす、みやこ先輩。
Sora raises her glass in a toast. Kujo seems confused for a moment, but then she raises her glass as well, and the pair clink them together. I certainly didn't expect Sora to be the first addition to our team. This week has just been a series of surprises. Oh wait, I haven't actually asked Sora if she wants to join us yet.
とにかくだ。お前の力についてはよくわかった。
なんだおい、偉そうだな貴様。
まあ聞け、真剣な話。俺たちは石化事件の犯人を止めるつもりだ。
一番の目的はソフィーさんのお手伝い、アーティファクトの回収だね。ソフィー、新キャラが出てきましたけど。
異世界の住人だ。後で詳しく話す。とにかく石化事件の犯人を捕まえることと他のアーティファクトの回収、それが俺たちの目的だ。
危険なこともあるかもしれないけど、ソラちゃんよかったら。いいよ。
軽っ。
だって別に断る理由ないし、石化事件はぶっちゃけよくわかんないけど、あんな火事みたいなことがまた起こるかもしれないんでしょ。だったらやるよ。どういうわけか超能力に目覚めちゃったわけだし、なんていうか燃える展開。私今主人公っしょ。
Sora pumps her fist. She's surprisingly hyped about this. And while she looks like she's not taking things seriously, I know that's not the case. That fire yesterday gave her a real scare. Sora knows better than anybody just how terrifying artifacts can be. I'm certain she's given this answer a good deal of thought. To tell the truth, I don't want to expose my sister to danger, but I've just got this hunch that she'll be alright, no matter how dicey things get. Though I couldn't really say why. There we go.
ってわけでするよ協力。手伝う。ありがとうソラちゃん。何もできない誰かさんよりは役に立ちますよ。
Damn, this face of hers, this mocking face of hers, is really growing on me.
へいへい、頼りにしてます。
へっへっへ。お腹空いてきちゃった。なんか力使うとお腹減るんだよな。
I call bullshit, Sora.
わかる。短時間使うだけでも意外と疲れるよね。
Is that actually true?
そうそう、マジックポイント消費してる感じある。
ちょっと早いけど夕飯食べてくか。せっかくだし。
おごり？
いいよ、おごってやる。
やった。
ああ、九条は家で食べるよな。
そうね、お家で。
じゃあ九条ほっといて食い始めるのもなんだし、出るか。解散しよう。
モック行こう。モック。
またかよ。
いいじゃん、こういう時しか食べらんないし、お母さん買ってきてくれないし。そういえば新見くんだけ一人暮らしなんだよね。
ああ、うん、そう。
ご実家で食事をとったりはしないの
？1年の時はたまに帰ったりしてたけど、行き来がめんどくさくてな。くつろげる部屋もないし。
ニーニの部屋はこの私が乗っ取った。
ってわけで連休とかしか帰らない。
そっか、それだと外食中止になっちゃうよね。
だな。じゃ、出るか。
ういー。
ああ、九条はまだここにいるか？
私も帰る。
So is she not gonna cook for us in this timeline?
先外行ってて。会計済ませる。
お金。
いいよ、俺が払う。
でもいいからここは兄貴にカッコつけさせてやってください。じゃあごちそうさまです。ま、自分で稼いだお金じゃなくてお小遣いですけどね。だっせ。
Exactly, Sora.
うっせ。
I sling my bag over my shoulder and take the bill to the register. Yeah, that was actually a plot point that really pissed me off in Like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Rent a Girlfriend like manga or anime. I guess Kanojo Okarishimasu, right? Is a Japanese name. But the fact that the main character is using his parents' money to do everything just pisses me off. It doesn't sit right with me. Kujo exchanges a few words with her coworkers, then she and Sora head out while I pay the bill.
モックだと駅前？
だな。
じゃあ駅まで一緒に。みやこ先輩電車通学？自転車だよ。あ、裏に止めてあるから先行ってて。すぐ追いつくから。いいよ別に急いでないし。ね。
ああ、待ってる。
すぐ取ってくるね。
Kujo vanishes down a nearby alley. Sora waves her off, then once Kujo is out of sight, she folds her arms and frowns to herself.
どうした？
やっと落ち着いたなーって思いましてね。
落ち着いた？逆だろ。いろいろ厄介事が降ってきて。
まあそうなんだけど、こう見えても動揺してたんだよね。わけわかんない火事とか、わけわかんない超能力に突然目覚めたりとか。でもアーティファクトとかユーザーとかさ、わけわかんないことに名前をつけてもらって、やっとそういうもんかって思えたっていうか、ニーヤも同じって分かったし、みやこ先輩って友達仲間もできたし、目的もできたし、不安っていうか、まあそういうのはなくなってきたかな。
結構気が小さいもんな、お前。
うっさいなあ、小さくないです。
なんかあってもお兄ちゃんが守ってやろうじゃないか。
うっさい、急に兄貴面すんな。
I try to pat her head, but she slaps my hand away. Yeah, see, like this way of conversation is a lot more natural than how like Kakeru always wants to show off in front of Kujo, in my opinion. But, you know, I don't know about making this into a romantic relationship. I don't know about that though, Kakeru. Where did you go, precious little sister who hugged me right after the fire? Well, if she was always that needy, it kinda creeped me out.
ごめんなさい、お待たせ。
Kujo reappears with her bike.
よかったらカゴに荷物入れてね。お、あざーす。ニミくんも必要なかったね。
Why? I don't have a bag right now?
ああ、手ぶら。
Oh.
行くか。
へーい。
The three of us head toward the station. Sora and Kujo hit it off right away, and before long, I start feeling left out of the conversation. Sora is so shy that it's rare to see her open up to someone like this after only a couple of hours. A couple hours. I admit to being a bit hurt that they're totally ignoring me, but I don't have the guts to butt into a conversation between girls. In the end, we reach the station without me saying a word.
それじゃあ私はここで。またね。
気をつけてな。
あ、じゃあね。また明日。
Yeah, she probably wants to talk about the whole cooking thing at that point. Kujo swallows whatever she was about to say and hops onto her bike. Wonder what she wanted to say. Still, if she didn't mention it, it probably wasn't too important.
きっとね、みやこ先輩こう言いたかったんだよ。
なんだよ。
ジャック空いてる。
Thanks, Sora.
え
Can't believe you believe that shit.
嘘だよーん。
おま、この野郎。
モック行こモック。ニーニのおごりで。
もうおごってやらねえ。お前がおごれ。
スマイルの分は私が払うよ。
Man, what a very nice conversation. You know what? I feel like if I were to have a girlfriend, I would want my conversation to be something like this.
0円じゃねえか。ほら行くぞ。
へい。あ、ご飯ニーヤンと食べるってお母さんに電話しないと。
But you know, I don't want them to be my sister. Like, I don't think like incest is illegal in countries. It's just the fact that if you are practicing incest, your kids are gonna get fucked. Maybe not your first kid, but if they keep doing incest, like they're gonna get fucked, you know? Genetically.
置いてくぞ。
あ、待ってよ。
After eating dinner with Sora, I head back home. Thank God they didn't show the food. I'm actually getting a bit hungry. I throw my bag into my bed and pull out my smartphone. Looks like Kujo sent me a message a few minutes ago. Wonder what it's about. Maybe it's whatever she was trying to say before she left. I shrug out of my uniform as I unlock my phone and stare at the message in shock. Is she for real? Is this the cooking thing?
はーい。早速アーティファクトを見つけたみたいね。思ったより優秀じゃないの。
So, this is what I want to know. So, is this Sophie the Sophie that's the same in all of the timelines, or is this a Sophie right after she said she was gonna go to a different timeline? See, that's the thing that I don't know about Sophie's artifact. So is there like a common route that she has to follow before she branches into all these timelines? Or can she just jump into a different timeline from wherever she's been? Like, you know, if you guys know Zero Escape, you guys understand what I'm talking about. The space in front of me warps, and the mysterious being from a parallel world, Sophie, appears. I don't have time to deal with her.
ソラだったかしら。あなたの妹。仲間に加えたみたいだけれど、信用できるの？どうも、ああいう騒がしいタイプは苦手なのよね。大事な場面でしくじりそうで。ちょっとかける。あなた聞いてるの？
いやちょっと後にして。今それどころじゃないから。
後にして？私の話以上に大事なことなんてないでしょ？
それどころじゃないんだって本当に。
まったく、私の協力者になったという自覚が足らないわね。そもそもあなた自体がイレギュラーで危険な存在であることを。もういいわ。しっかりやりなさいよ。しっかりとね。
Yeah, from her attitude, it doesn't feel like she's coming from a different timeline, so I do believe this is still the you know, common route Sophie. But I don't know. With a weary sigh, Sophie vanishes through her interdimensional portal. The whole time, I remain glued to my smartphone. Projected on the LCD screen are these words. If this was like the Sophie from the previous timeline, I would think that she'd know what the hell Kakeru was talking about here. Which is, you know, the cooking thing. This might be presumptuous of me, but may I start cooking dinner for you? I'm worried about your diet. May I start cooking dinner for you? Cooking dinner for you? My mind focuses on those magical words. I know she wrote some other stuff explaining why she wants to and all, but none of that matters right now. Kujo? Miyako Kujo. She wants to make dinner for me. This can't be real. My hands are trembling. I mean, this is practically like she's asking me out, right? We're practically dating. This is more shocking than finding out people are being turned to stone, is it? More baffling than watching the school engulfed by mysterious flames. More incredible even than finding out my little sister has superpowers. This is literally the most spectacular thing that's ever happened to me. You're exaggerating, Kakeru. I sit frozen in place, staring fixedly at my phone. Chill out, Kakeru. Gotta play it cool. You can't come on too strong here. Be natural. It takes me a whole 30 minutes before I'm calm enough to reply. I probably reply, sure. I mean, I'm a person that doesn't really cook that well, but you know, I cook myself just because I gotta do it. It's a fine day. A soft breeze caresses my face. Man, what a wonderful morning. Normally, the prospect of going to school depresses me, but today I'm fired up and ready to go.
みや、おはよ
おう
I find Sora waiting for me at the usual intersection by the station. She gives me an odd look when I greet her.
なんだよ。
う。いや、笑顔で返されたから気持ち悪って思って。
失礼なやつだな。
なに？そんなに私に会いたかったの？
ちげえよバカ。てかどうしたよ。やけに荷物多いな。
まあ、いろいろとね。
ふーん。
え？
は？
それだけ？
何が？
妹が重い荷物を持ってますよ。
見りゃわかるよ。
じゃなくて、
なんだよ。
持てよ。
My sister actually sometimes does this to me, and I'm like, no, you're strong enough to do that.
あ？
待ってよ、兄らしく、妹に優しく。
ばっかじゃねえの。
うわ、何この人、うわ、信じらんない。うわ。
めんどくせえな。ほら貸せよ。
Man, you're a pushover though, Kakeru.
本当にいいの？
運が良かったな。今日の俺は機嫌がすこぶるいい。
私に会えて。鼻で笑いましたよ、この人。
いいから貸せよ。
ありがとう。お兄ちゃん大好き。
I frown at her blatant flattery and sling her huge bag over my shoulder. Ugh, what's in this thing? Rocks?
お、みや。
Sora pokes my arm and gestures at a girl a little ways away. Oh, her.
もう名物になってるよね、あの逆ハーレム。
日に日に人が増えてる気がするな。
It's a strange sight. 10 guys surrounding a lone girl. I can't remember when I first saw her like this, but I do remember how troubled she seemed at first by all the attention. I used to feel a little sorry for her, and I even thought of rescuing her, but now...
カバン、揺らさないでくださいましね。お弁当が入っていますから。あら、失礼。簡単に手を握らせるほど気安い女ではございませんの。部をわきまえなさいな。
Since she's walking at a snail's pace, we catch up to her pretty quickly. As we get closer, I hear snippets of her conversation. How do I put this?
すっかり女王様だね。
すみませんとかおどおどしてた気がするんだけどな、最初は。
We speed up a little to get out of the press as quickly as we can. Once we put some distance between us and the harem queen, Sora turns back with a quizzical look.
ちやほやされると人格変わっちゃうのかな。荷物まで持たせちゃってるよ、あの人。
お前が言うそれ。
ニーヤンは身内じゃん、兄じゃん。他人にはお願いしないよ、さすがに。
さっさと彼氏でも作って落ち着いてほしいな、お前には。
そうだわ、お兄ちゃんが大好きだから彼氏とかいらないの。
That's kinda disgusting, okay, Sora? Don't do shit like that, ew!
よっさ、今舌打ちした？
わかった。なんでお前の能力が俺に効かないのか。
何急に、なんだよ。
うざすぎて存在感消しきれねえんだよ。
やめろ、そういうの地味に来るから胸に。だからやめろ。
彼氏も無理だな、こんなおてんばじゃ。
ニーにも人のこと言えんのかよ。いつもしかめっ面で女子に怖がられてるくせに。
ふんふん。
お、どうした？なんだその勝ち誇った笑みは。
お前にもそのうちいい人現れるよ。
なんだその爽やかキャラ。てかニモってなんだ。嘘、彼女できたの？なんだこいつ。もしかしてミャーコ先輩のこと言ってる？付き合ってんの？
秒読みかもな。
God, this guy.
あ、こいつバカだ。どう見ても脈なしでしょうが。
言ってろ。
相手はコロナグループの社長令嬢ですよ。庶民のあなたには釣り合いませんよ。目を覚ましなさ
うっせえうっせえ。お前はまず友達作れ。
い。いるってば。 朝は仕方なくニーミと投稿してあげてるだけ。
お、仕方なくとか言うならカバン自分で持つか？
お兄ちゃん大好き。これだから鼻で笑うのやめろ、鼻で笑うの。
We continue our idle banter the rest of the way to school. Spending time with Sora sure is draining. First period goes by, then second period, then third. Man, class is so boring. I'm so done with today. The bell can't come soon enough. It's probably boring only because you're not in a very high, high standard class, Kakeru. If you were in my school, if you weren't paying attention in class, I don't think you'd be graduating, my friend. I while away hours by rereading Kujo's message over and over. I can't wait for her to come over. It must have taken a lot of courage to offer to come cook for a guy at his house. Judging by the tone of her message, she's worried I might not like her. That's the only possible explanation for why she sent such a long message explaining why exactly she wanted to cook for me. From what she said, she has two reasons for offering to cook for me. First, she's worried about my eating habits. Second, this is her way of thanking me for all the help I gave her. I can understand a bit about my diet, but I don't actually recall being all that helpful to Kujo. I guess she's referring to how I covered for her. I covered her when the fire went out of control after she stole the user's artifact. Honestly, that was no big deal. That said, I'm sure as hell not going to tell her that.
ごめんね、ずうずうしいこと言って。気にしないでおくね。
I could totally see her saying that if I played it down, and if that happened, I'd regret throwing away this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for the rest of my days. And so I graciously accepted Kucho's kindness and agreed to let her cook for me. I guess that makes me a sleazy opportunist, huh? Yeah, that's what I am, and I'm not afraid to say it, or I'm not, what is it? I'm not ashamed of saying that I'm an opportunist. But you know, this is what all virgin dudes starved for companionship are like. Oh, he's talking more about the romance thing. I thought he was more talking about the fact that she was gonna cook for us. No, then I don't think you're really an opportunist, Takeru. You're more like, I don't know, someone who's starved for affection, I guess. During our last break, Kujo stopped me on my way to the restroom.
メッセージの件なんだけど、急にごめんなさい。コンビニのお弁当や外食ばかりで、栄養バランスが心配で。
I don't know about that, Kujo. The nutrients in convenience store food and restaurant food are actually pretty high.
よかったら、今日から作らせてもらってもいいかな。
The thing that you gotta pay attention to are actually just the calories, if it comes to eating out. When she asked me again in person, there was no way I could refuse. I played it cool at the time, but I was jumping for joy in my mind. I know I'm a creep, but at least let me have this. So from today on, Kujo will be cooking dinner for me. The hype is real. I still glance at Kujo. She's paying attention like a good student. Guess I'm the only one who's a nervous wreck. Wait just a darn minute. Does that mean I'm the only one who sees this as something special? I think back to what Sora said about me and Kujo having zero chemistry. It sucks to admit it, but she might be right. God, I'm not just a creep, I'm also pathetic. First we had the petrification incident, and then there was the fire. That's one death and one hospitalization for the guy who started the fire. No, that's two deaths actually. We've got artifacts, superpowers, and beings from a parallel world all popping up. This isn't the time to be getting all giddy over a girl coming to cook for me. But still.
それじゃあ次、九条さん。続きから読んでくれる？はい。
My gaze wanders back to Kujo. I know it's dumb, but I care more about what my classmate thinks of me than the crisis this town's facing. Well, I think that's just, that's just natural, Kakeru. Who cares about the world? People care more about their individual self more, in my opinion. So, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I guess I'm not cut out to be a protagonist. Those are the thoughts that pass through my mind as I listen to Kujo recite from the textbook. I prefer someone like you more than someone who's pretentious, Kakeru. Finally, at long last, school ends. I finish up cleaning duty at lightning speed and walk home together with Yoichi.
なんかさ、うちの学校厳しいよね。
そうか。
あんな火事があったからしばらく休校になると思ってたのに、次の日から普通に授業だし。
Well, it was an illusory fire, so nothing was actually broken, Yoichi.
まあな。
I give half-hearted replies. Kujo already messaged me to say, feel free to head home before me. I'll contact you again when I've arrived. I thought we were gonna make a thing out of it. Go grocery shopping, walk home, and then eat dinner together. But it appears my delusions were just that. Wait, is Kujo even going to eat with me? Or is she only going to make enough for me and not herself? I really got ahead of myself here, didn't I?
なんかさ、今日のかける。間抜けっぽい。
なんだそれ。
ぼーっとしてて僕へのツッコミが雑。
たまにはそういう日もある。
まあいいけど。じゃあね、また来週。
おう、またな。
Yoichi turns to head to the station while I continue down the street. Kujo likely left school before I did. Meaning right now, she's probably at the grocery store. Hold it. Does that mean she's going to be paying for my food too? There's no way I can let her do that. Maybe I should put my foot down and insist we go shopping together. Guess I should ask her where she is first.
Niimi-kun.
Just as I pull out my phone, I hear Kujo's voice behind me. She squeezes the brakes on her bike, coming to a halt right next to me. There's no shopping bags in her basket, so I'm assuming she hasn't bought any groceries yet.
今メッセージを送ろうと思ってた。俺の方が先に学校出てたんだな。
実はやっぱり一緒にと思って校門で待っていたのだけれど。
それなら声かけてくれれば。いや。
ちょっと照れくさくて。
She smiles awkwardly. Yeah, if she mentioned in front of Yoichi that she's coming to my place to cook dinner, the whole school would be talking about it in no time. Though wait, the fact that she thought it was embarrassing means she at least sees me as a possible romantic interest, right? In other words, there's a chance. God, you're pathetic, Kakeru. No, better not get my hopes up.
どうする？スーパー行くか？
一旦お家にお邪魔してもいいかな。キッチンとか見せてもらってもいい？
ああ、そっか。確認しないとダメか。
調味料とかも。
調理器具はそれなりにあるけど、調味料も全部捨てちまったな。
じゃあ全部揃えないとだね。
いくらくらいかかるだろう。金下ろしとかないと。
代金は私が。
いやいや、払う。ちゃんと。
作らせてって言ったのは私だから、代金は私が。
That doesn't seem right though.
払うって。
Mm-hmm.
いいえ、受け取れません。
We go back and forth like this for a while. But to be honest, even this silly debate makes me feel like we're a couple. So I kinda like it. God damn it, Kakeru! Man, you actually hear more of Kakeru's pathetic monologues in this fucking game than the first one, so I can kinda understand why he's so pathetic in that one. God, Kakeru! Taking care to hold back the dopey grin that keeps trending to spread across my face, I walk back home with Kujo. And when we get there... You hear, Sora?
おかえり。ソラちゃん。みやこ先輩と一緒だったんだ。こんにちは。お邪魔します。 何もない部屋ですがどうぞ。
This isn't your room, Sora. Lounging on my bed, Sora grandly gestures for Kujo to take a seat. Wait, why is she in my room?
ミヤ何してんの？まあゆっくりしたまえよ。
いやするけれども。
みやこ先輩はあれかい？昨日の事件の話しに来たのかい？あ、それもあるんだけど、今日はご飯を作らせてもらえたらなって。ご飯？みやこ先輩が作ってくれるの？これから定期的にできたらいいなって。外食中心じゃいつか体壊しちゃうかもしれないし、よかったらソラちゃんも一緒に。
あ、いや。
食べる超食べる頑張って作るね。新見くん、キッチンと冷蔵庫を見てもいい？
あ、はい、どうぞ。
失礼します。
There's nothing wrong with eating out, by the way, guys. It's just, you know, when you make your own food, you can kind of balance out with like more veggies and whatnot. But eating out, there's nothing wrong with it. It's also cheaper, you know, eating at home, cooking your own food. But yeah, I don't really trust what the hell Kujo is saying. Eating out is fine. Kujo walks off to the kitchen. Meanwhile, Sora's grinning from ear to ear. Damn nuisance.
いやー楽しみだね。まさか先輩の手料理とはね。お、なんだいその目は。ゴミを見る目だよ。
帰れ。
いきなり何言ってんのこの人。ここ私の家ですけど。
俺んちだ。頼む、帰ってくれ。
やだよ、みやこ先輩のご飯食べたいもん。
Oh, sorry about that.
いいと思ったが。
Oh my god, Sora, calm down with your face.
残念だったな。私は絶対に帰らんぞ。
くっそ、お前ほんと。
まあ待ちたまえよ。怒りを鎮めたまえよ。
何が。
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that.
食費、私が出そう。
何を企んでる？
正確にはお父さんかお母さんに出してもらおう。
ほう。お前と俺の小遣いとは別にか。
そう、先輩の分も3人分もらおう。先輩への手間賃代わりにできるし、私たちもハッピー。どうだ？
Smart, Sora.
できるのか？
まあ任せておけよ、ジョニー。
Why, Johnny? She actually said that. With a confident smile, Sora reaches across my pillow, picks up her phone and dials our parents' number.
あ、お母さん、私。詐欺じゃないよ。ソラですよ。あなたの娘ですよ。お兄ちゃんがね。違う。帰ってくるとかそういう話じゃなくて。いや違うって聞けよ。聞いて。私の話聞いて。お兄ちゃんのクラスメートの人がね、心配して料理作ってくれることになって、栄養バランス？違う。彼女じゃない。彼氏。お兄ちゃん。
What the fuck is wrong with my sister?
おい。
そう。でね、食費出してもらってもいい？ 3 人分。そう。材料費あっちに出してもらうわけにはいかないし、お礼ってことで。オッケー、やったー。お兄ちゃんにも伝えとく。はい。彼氏さんにも伝えとく。はーい。
They're not gonna say anything about I'm having a boyfriend instead of a girlfriend?
オッケーだぜ。
てめえこの野郎。
I give Sora a sharp flick in the forehead. She covers her head and staggers backward in an exaggerated fashion.
何すんの？
彼氏ってなんだよおい。
彼女じゃないし、女友達とか言ってもお母さん絶対面白がるでしょ。ナイスフォローでしょ。
ナイスじゃねえよ。余計面白がるだろうが。
まあ帰ってきたら詳しく教えなさいって言われたけど、割と真剣な声で。
ほんとやだお前ほんとやだ。
2回も言うなよ、傷つくぞ。いいのか、私傷つくぞ。お取り込み中？あ、大丈夫っすよ。
Looks like Kujo's finished inspecting my kitchen. We cut short our friendly sibling bickering.
なんか足りないもんあった？
大丈夫。フライパンもあったし、お鍋もあったし。でも一人分の食器しかないから、ソラちゃんの分も揃えないとだね。じゃあミャーコ先輩の分と2人分買っちゃおう。私？あれ、一緒に食べないの？2人の分だけ作ろうと思っていたんだけど。
Yeah, see, that doesn't seem right. Come on, Kujo.
一緒に食べようよ。材料費もこっちで持つし。でもさっきお母さんに電話して許可もらっちゃったから、レシートくれればこっちで出すよって息子がお世話になっておりますって。でもなんだか申し訳ないし。
材料費くらいはってまあ俺が払うわけじゃないけど、出させてくれよ。作ってもらっておいてこっちは食うだけって気が引けるし。
そうそう、手間賃ってことでギブアンドテイク。じゃあお言葉に甘えちゃおうかな。よっしゃ、じゃあお皿とか買いに行こう。あと食材も。ハンバーグにしようと思ってるんだけど、どうかな。他に食べたいものある？ハンバーグで。
俺も異議なし。
じゃあ決まりだね。この辺りのスーパーって駅前以外にもある？
どうだろう。あるんだろうけど、駅前のしか知らないな。
そっか、少しでも安いところでって思ったんだけれど。いいよそんなの、どうせお母さんが払ってくれるし。
Hey, just because someone else paying doesn't mean you shouldn't try to pinch pennies. Pinch pennies, sorry.
ダメだよ、節約は大事。払っていただくならなおさら。
Agreed, Kujo. Agreed.
セレブらしからの発言が。
Well, that's true, Sora. I'm not necessarily a rich person. Definitely wouldn't hear that from a rich person.
そうだな、食器も買わなくちゃだし。そうだね、今日は駅前で揃えちゃいましょう。ほいほい、お財布役の私もついていきます。お願いします。それじゃあ新見くん、行ってくるね。
俺も。
ニーニはお留守番ね。行ってきます。
Sora pushes Kujo out through the kitchen, rushes her through the front door, and slams it shut behind them. Damn you, Sora! You knew I wanted to come too! My dream of going shopping with a girl has been shattered by my mischievous little sister. Damn it, she's gonna cockblock me every chance she gets. Well, at least I still get to eat Kujo's cooking, and I made sure she won't have to pay for the food. I guess this is good enough for now. I kill some time by surfing the web while I wait for the girls to return. Sora and Kujo come back about an hour later, and Kujo immediately heads to the kitchen and gets working. She whips up a Salisbury steak, a salad, and soup in no time, and before long, we're all seated around my dining table. This is hands down the best looking meal that has ever graced my apartment. And as for the taste,
うまっ、ハンバーグめっちゃうまい。
so this is actually the same CG we got before.
よかった。おじいさまのハンバーグには及ばないと思うけど。
いやいや、うまい、ほんとうまい。
うまいってもっと気の利いたこと言えないんですかね。
それはお前に任せるよ。
え？肉汁の芳醇なあれが口の中でそうあれする。
全然わかんねえ。
つまりうまい。ありがとう。おかわりもあるからたくさん食べてね。
Oh man, I've always wanted a girl to say that to me. I can die happy now. God damn, Kakiro, you're pathetic. In an attempt to hide my dopey grin, I stuffed my cheeks full of rice. Anyway, this really isn't a time for turning all giddy. Since the three of us are here, we should talk about our mission.
あのさ、昨日手伝うよとは言ったけどさ、具体的に何するの？
ひとまずはアーティファクトユーザー探しをすることになるとは思うが。
具体的にってなると、私たちも困っているのが実情ではあるね。そもそも石化事件？それってちょっと前から話題になってるのだよね。不法女学院の女の子が石化したって。
だな。
なんでその犯人を追おうと思ったの？犯人の存在を知ってしまったし、それに私には止められる力もあるみたいだから。使命感みたいな？そうなのかな。近いかもしれない。ソフィーさんっていうアーティファクトに詳しい人がいてくれるのも大きいのかな。
まあ因縁もあるしな、石化事件には。
何因縁って？通報してくれたの新見くんなの？そうなの？第一発見者？
第一通報者だな。俺が。
Oh, sorry about that.
それまで誰も通報しなかったんだね。あ、そういえばそうだね。見てるだけならちょっと不気味ではあったけど普通の石像だったから。
爪が剥がれてさ、血が出てきて。
何それ、怖っ。
ペンキとかだろって思ったんだけどな。
人なんて思わないよね。
爪の部分だけ生っぽくて、あ、食事中にする話じゃなかったな。
本当だよ、バカニーニ。
おい、なんだよ、聞いたのお前だろ。
違うの、これからどうするのか聞きたかったの。あ、そうだ、話そうと思っていたことがあって。なんすか？あのね、石化事件の影響でアニメの輪廻転生のメビウスリングがね、ブームとは言わないけどネットで話題になってて。
ああ、つぶやいたで見た。怪物がどうとかそんな話してたな。
The Whiter, huh?
そうなの。それでね、ファンサイトがあるんだけど、アガスティアの葉っていう。
アガスティアの葉。
I set down my chopsticks and pull out my laptop. Bad manners in the middle of dinner, I know, but I'm curious. I open my browser and start typing into the search window.
アガスティアの
葉は葉っぱの葉ね。
Well, we actually already know the Agostia. He was actually trying to find out the word for ha.
葉ね。は。
I type it in and hit search. Wait.
メビウスリングってキーワードも入れないと出てこないかも。
ああ、そっか。メビウスと。
あ、これじゃない？
I click the link Sora points to. Wow, this is a pretty elaborate website. There's a bunch of theory pages, an admin blog.
なりきり掲示板ってなんだ？
登場人物になりきるとか？
うわ、黒歴史だなそれ。
登場人物というか、自分がメビウスリングの世界に入ったらって前提で話す場所みたい。
So they're role-playing their own OG. Like original characters.
うわ、思ったより書き込みある。そうなの。事件後から活発になったみたいで。
事件後から。まさか本物のユーザーが書き込んでたりしてな。
私も思ったの。ありえないことはないなって。あ、わかった。ここの掲示板を監視してみましょうと。他にできることもないし、藁にもすがる思いだけれど。
確かにな。やってみる価値はあるかも。
じゃあ私がチェックしとくよ。怪しい書き込みがないか。
やる気だな。
まあね、全員でやることでもないし、新参者の私がやりますよーっと。ありがとう。お願いします。
とりあえずは様子見だな。
そうね。それくらいしかできないね。 ソフィーって人はもう一人の仲間の会ってみたいんだけど。
なんだろうなあいつ。俺のこと監視してるみたいだけど。
え、何やらかしたの？
別に何も。
ソフィーさんの姿が見えるのはユーザーだけみたいなの。だから新見くんもアーティファクトを持っているはずなんだけど。
心当たりがないし、力の使い方もわからない。
例外中の例外だからって。なんか特別感ある。ずるい。
どこが。仮にアーティファクト持っていても力が使えないんじゃただの無能だ。
私たちがピンチになったら目覚めるパターンでしょ。主人公じゃん。ずるい。危なくなったら新見くんが頼りだね。
そんな都合よくいくかね。
I shut my laptop and pick up a cherry tomato with my chopsticks. According to Sophie, my power is dangerous, but I still wish I could use it. It might be helpful in solving this case. Now that I've decided to back Cujo up, I don't want to be dead weight.
ソラちゃんおかわりする？しまーす。
You're gonna get fat, Sora.
新見くんは？
俺ももらおうかな。
ちょっと待っててね。
Cujo takes our dishes and heads to the kitchen. God, I'm so lucky.
何にやついてんの？キモい。
うっせえな。にやついてねえよ。
二人きりだったら恋人気分味わえたのにね。残念だったね。
お前ほんと嫌なやつだな。
私がいるから下心悟られずに済んでるんでしょうが、感謝してほしいですね。
You're kinda right, actually, Sora.
はいはいどうも。
うわ、全然心こもってない。うわ。お待たせ。たくさん食べてね。
We stop bickering the moment Cujo returns with a second helping of dinner. Man, how come nothing ever goes the way I want it to? At least I've got Salisbury steak. I'm getting kinda hungry, Kakeru.
今日はほんとありがとな。うまかった。
こちらこそ食事代を持ってもらっちゃって。それはいい子なしで。気をつけて帰ってね。それじゃあまたね。
またな。
We see Cujo off, then return to my room. She even washed all the dishes for us before she left. I honestly can't thank her enough.
何くつろいでんだ。お前も帰れよ。
あ、なんで？
もう遅いぞ。
いや、明日何の日？
は？
土曜日でしょ。
そうだな。
学校ないでしょ。
ないな。
じゃあ泊まるでしょ。
は？
さてと。
Sora opens her bag and starts fishing through it. She pulls out her pajamas and a bottle of shampoo. Wow, she came prepared. Oh, that's what the heavy bag was.
先お風呂入るね。
いや待て、何言ってんだお前。
I grab Sora's shoulder before she can escape into the bathroom.
何？ニーヤン先入る？
いや入らねえよ。帰れよ。
やだよ、泊まってくよ。お母さんにも言ってあるし。
はあ？あ、そういえばお前電話の時夕飯いらないとか言ってなかったな。
だから言ってあったんだってば。
くっそ、俺は許可してないだろ。
許可とか関係ないし、泊まるってもう決めたし。
Okay, I don't think I would allow my sister to do that though, Sora. I'd still make her ask for permission from me first.
お前な、ほんと勝手なやつだな。帰れよ、ほんと。
She's smart though because she already told the mom. I'm kind of less inclined to actually make her leave now.
帰らない。ニーニの選択肢は、いやいや許可する、仕方なく許可する、しぶしぶ許可する、以上3つです。
全部許可じゃねえか。
さあ、どれ？
まったく。
This is useless, Sora.
セーブしたよ。
I am going to begrudgingly let you stay
わ
here.
かったよ。仕方ねえな。
嘘、本当に？
何びっくりしてんだよ。
絶対断られると思ったんだけど。本当にいいの？大丈夫？熱ある？
ねえよ。あんまりしつこいと気が変わるぞ。
やった！泊まっていいんだ！やった！
なんでそんなに泊まりたがるかね。
真面目な話していい？
There's an actual reason?
あ、なんだよ。
ずっとさ、お兄ちゃんと一緒の部屋だったでしょ？ずっと同じ部屋で寝てたわけじゃん。
I feel like she's baiting me.
まあそうだな。
一人になってからなんかね、あまり眠れなくなっちゃって。
You're not fooling me, Sora.
私、お兄ちゃんと一緒じゃないと安心して眠れないみたい。
You're not fooling me.
嘘つけ。
はーい、嘘です。キュンとしたでしょ。
I mean, even though it was a lie, you know, if it was the truth, I'd feel kind of, you know, it'd be pretty nice to hear that from my sister, okay? But the fact that it's a lie, thanks, Sora.
しねえよ。一人暮らし始めた直後ならともかく1年経ってんだぞ。今まで全然来なかったじゃねえか。
Well, that's also true, Kakeru.
そりゃこっち来る用事なかったら来ないよ。めんどくさい。
ほんと調子いいやつ。さっさと風呂入ってこい。
はーい、やったぜ、お泊まりだ。
あんまり騒ぐなよ。あと走るな。迷惑だから。
Ignoring me, Sora jogs off to the bathroom. She never learns. Well, that explains why she had this massive bag with her today. Ooh, sorry about that. Never would have imagined I was carrying her sleepover stuff. I think I might be spoiling Sora too much. Why am I doing that? It's not like I have a sister complex or anything. Well, I guess it's okay to let her have her way every now and then. I sit back down and turn on my laptop. I open up the leaves of Agostia website again to see if there's anything interesting on there.
にーに
I give a half-hearted reply as I scroll through the forum. She must have forgotten something, since she throws open the door and strolls back into the room. You better be wearing some towels at least, Sora. I look up and my jaw drops open.
見て見て。
Why are you showing this to me? Well, I probably can show this on YouTube. Maybe. Can see her ass cheeks though. Sora turns her back to me, buck naked. Or well, I guess she's got her front covered with a towel. But the rest of her is on full display.
何してんのお
いいから見てよ。背中背中。
Oh, it's the stigma.
前。ケツ丸出しだぞ。
Yeah, I can see her ass.
ケツはいいよ。背中見てよ。あ、私のこと見えてる。今能力使用中だけど。
いや、見えてる
スティグマってやつ。これでしょ。
It's so small compared to Cujo's, but maybe it's the same. I don't know. Because Cujo's is on her hand, it's kinda like small on her back.
けど。ああ、まあ出てるな。
There is indeed a stigma on Sora's back. But that's really not what we should be focusing on here.
ケツ丸出しだぞ。
それは聞いたよ。もしかしてって思って鏡で見てみたんだけど、やっぱ背中だったか。そりゃ気づかないよね。
いや、ちょっとはお前、恥じらえよ、隠せよ。
Get inside, get back, Sora.
だからいいよ、ケツと背中くらい。さすがにニーニでも前は嫌だけど。
I don't want to see both of them, Sora. Get inside.
いや、全部嫌がれよ。
Exactly.
それならニーニももっと慌ててよ。ドギマギしろよ。興奮しろよ。
Of course I'm not gonna have a boner, you idiot.
するか、妹の裸で。
でしょ？だから私もニーニにケツ見せるのは別にいいの。
That's not the point. Shouldn't you be feeling some sort of shame?
いや、よくないと思うな。大丈夫か、お前の低層観念。
ニーニにしかしないし、お父さんにはしないし。
いや、俺だけって。わかんねえな、お前の線引き。
I agree, Kakeru.
ニーニが気にしすぎなんだよ。にゃこ先輩と同じもよ、これ。
いや、違うな。アーティファクトによって形状は変わるみたいだ。
面白いな。ニーニはどうなの？あ、わかんないのか。
ああ、わからん。
背中かもよ、私と一緒で。
俺じゃあどうあっても出せない。
ああ、そっか。使用中だけだもんね。
そういうこと。 能力使えない俺には確認しようがない。
なんかややこしいね。
いい加減隠せよお前。
Would you just go back into the shower?
へいへい。じゃあ今度こそお風呂入ってきます。
Thank you. Sora heads back into the bathroom without once showing a hint of shame. You know, I get the feeling she was more sensible about this kind of stuff back when we were living together. Mom and Dad have never been able to say no to her, so I guess it would help me around to keep her in check. She's had her run of the house. No wonder she's got a few more screws loose now. I had my own reasons for wanting to move out when I did, but maybe I should go back home. Or instead, I could make Sora live here with me so I can keep her in line. I was kinda thinking that as a joke at first, but now I'm seriously considering it. I take my bath after Sora and come out feeling refreshed. Sora's lounging around in my bed playing her handheld console while I'm idly browsing the internet. I check both the fan site and various news sources, but I unfortunately can't find any useful information.
ねえね
Hey, this is the first time we've actually seen you in pajamas, Sora. And also, first time you put your hair down.
え、久しぶりじゃない？兄弟水入らず。
久しぶりって、この前実家帰ったばっかだろ。
お正月じゃん、4ヶ月前だよ。
ああ、そういやそっか。もうそんなに経つか。
最近全然帰ってこないんだもん。
帰ってもな。
毎週さ、週末とかに帰ってきて泊まってけばいいのに。
Are you actually lonely or what's your goal here, Sora?
リビングに布団敷いて寝るのなんか虚しいんだよ。
まあベッドこっちに運んじゃったしね。
Oh, right. I guess she wouldn't want me to actually sleep in her room again, so I have to sleep in the freaking sofa.
っていうかお前が言うなよ。部屋を乗っ取ったお前が。
誤解がある。そこには誤解があるんだよ兄さん。
なんだよ。
お父さんの書斎をもらえないかなって思ってたの。それなのにニーニが出てっちゃうんだもん。よし、
書斎に
Oh, sorry.
行ったのかよ。狭いだろあの部屋。
ニーニが書斎に移るんだよ。私はそのまま。
Sorry, guys. I keep twitching my fingers, man. Don't know what's going on today. Maybe the lingering, caffeine is still inside of me. But yeah, thanks, Sora. So you're gonna make me go to the smaller room anyway, huh?
ほんとクズだなお前。
クズって言うな。わがままなのは認めるけどクズはやめろ。
ま、俺もいつかは一人暮らししたかったし、いいんだけどさ。
じゃあ、私のせいって言うなよな。
Sora purses her lips and chucks the game console into my bed.
てかこの部屋娯楽少なすぎない？テレビもないし。
I have my laptop.
PC ありゃ十分。動画サイトで何でも見られるし。
あ、クソアニメ見といた方がいいかな。
クソアニメっていうのやめなさい。九条さんのお父様がスポンサーであらせられるから。
はい、気をつけます。配信されてる？メビウ
ス。されてるな、前話。
ほほ。
Sora rolls over and looks at the monitor over my shoulder.
お、ほんとだ。上映会しようよ、上映会。
今から？
うん。ちゃんと勉強しとかないと掲示板の話題も拾えないじゃん？
Well, that's true. We never actually did watch the anime in the other route.
ああ、それはそうだな。
全部で何話？
ああ、20。
What the? That anime got a 2 core?
だる、2クールかよ。
Mm-hmm.
30分かける25で、750分
So about almost 12 hours.
それ何時間？
12時間くらいだな。
Mm-hmm.
半日。
やっぱ寝よ、眠い。
Come on, Sora!
ほんと適当だな。
じゃあニーヤンだけ見てればいいじゃん。
やだ、寝る。てかそうだよ。お前どこで寝るつもりなんだよ。
I was wondering the same thing. There's no sofa here. We better be sharing the bed, Sora.
ベッド。
うーわ。
嘘。ちゃんと持ってきてあるから。
Sora hops off my bed and pulls something out of her bag.
じゃじゃーん。
なんだそれ。
寝袋。
俺にそれで寝ろってか。
Are you serious?
そこまでずうずうしくないよ。私がこれで寝るんだよ。一回使ってみたかったんだよね。
Okay, that's good. That's good. Well, I don't know. I don't really mind sleeping on the floor sometimes. Like, I grew up with a very big family, right? I have 2 brothers and 1 sister. So sometimes the place could be very, packed. And sometimes we'd have cousins back when I was still a kid that would sleep over, and yeah, it was pretty hectic.
何？
いいよ、貸せ。
なんで？
俺がそれで寝るから、お前はベッド使え。
Man, you're really spoiling her, Kakeru.
やだ。ニーニが優しい。いいよ、本当に。私寝袋で。
たまに気を使うよな、お前。わかりやすいんだよ。
くそ、なんだよ。いい妹を演じようとするといつもこれだもんよ。
いい妹は無理やり止まったりしないけどな。
なんだよ、もう。
ほら、貸せ。
I take the sleeping bag and spread it out on the floor. I don't think I've slept in one of these since our elementary school camping trip. The night's gonna be a rough night. I don't think I've ever used a sleeping bag before.
もう寝るか？
Though I've slept in a very I don't know what the military uses in their base camp, but we've gone to a military base camp before in high school. And yeah, those were not, those weren't comfortable.
寝る。
じゃ、電気消すぞ。
待って、トイレ。
走るなって。あと声もでかい。
はい、ごめんなさい。
Sora shuffles to the bathroom and slowly pulls open the door. Man, can't believe I have to teach this girl how to behave all over again. Actually, wait. She won't be staying over again, so I guess I don't have to. Next time she asks, I'm definitely saying no.
お待たせしました。
She finishes up her business in less than a minute, then crawls into my bed and pulls up the covers. Better wash your hands, Sora.
消すぞ。
はーい、おやすみ。
おやすみ。
I flip the switch and crawl into the sleeping bag. Man, this thing is cramped. I've been talking myself up, saying I'll keep her in line. But when all's said and done, I'm pretty soft on her too.
いいやん、起きてる？
いや、そりゃ起きてるよ。1分も経ってねえよ。
Yeah, usually it'd take at least 5 minutes.
寝るまでなんか面白い話して。
さっさと寝ろ。
はーい。ニーニにミャーコ先輩は無理だと思う。
寝ろ
You don't have to say that to my face again.
はーい。
She just likes messing with us. Sora tosses and turns a bit until she finds a comfortable position. Yeah, I've decided. This girl needs to be taught a lesson or two. Okay, we did the first 2 days of this new, chapter of the game. We didn't really get anything new from this, except for, Sora staying over with us. And this chapter definitely focuses on Sora for sure. I don't know how the hell we're actually gonna have a romantic relationship with Sora. Because, we're not step siblings or anything of the sort, right? Unless the game is gonna, backpedal and say that they're step siblings somehow. But we'll see. I personally feel like, romancing your sibling is kind of strange. But not in the way that the love itself is strange, It's the fact that I'm a realist, the genetics for our kids are not gonna be good. That's why in my mind, I've already had a cross that love between siblings is a no-go. But not the fact that the romance between these two is something that can't occur. I don't really consider that as taboo or anything. It's just I personally think that I won't do so myself. But yeah, their relationship is a lot more natural than whatever
セーブするよ。
we had to do with Kujo. At least that's my
セー
opinion.
ブしたよ。
But yeah, as for new content, there's actually been nothing new other than the fact that we got some new BGM and whatnot. No progress when it comes to the artifact stuff. But I'm enjoying it. It's a very relaxing first episode for, you know, the new game. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. This is actually a shorter one compared to how I usually make my episodes are. It's about an hour 50 minutes. Usually it's about 2 hours plus. But I feel like this is a good stopping point. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Give this video a like if you guys liked it. Sub if you guys haven't. Patreon will be getting these episodes early access along with everything uncensored. Don't worry, I don't think I'll be censoring the ass cheeks. If YouTube has a problem with that, then yeah, that's something. But I don't think they should be having a problem with that. Hopefully, they did flag some of my videos into making it so that you have to sign in sometimes on the Princess X stuff, but hopefully not for this episode. Also, for people on YouTube that are on Patreon just yet, feel free to become a free member, because that's gonna be where I put the first episode previews of future playthroughs. Alright, I'm gonna go get some food, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow for people on Patreon. You guys on YouTube, I'll see you in 2 to 3 days.